And they'll take it out to the 25. And they'll go on the ground. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Block on 3rd down. And that's caught by Smith. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
368!
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got his man, it's Williams. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey. 4 down.
It's second down. Dalton looking. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Hey, go, 368.
On third down, Dalton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely on line. It just needs a little more oomph behind it, and it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's third down. A shotgun snap for Locke. The open man is Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
On second down, here's Locke. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that. That's why they were able to get to him on it.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And McManus able to put it through. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And out now, here come the Bengals. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Over here.
Mixon with a first down carry. Nifty move. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's into the clear. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Joe Mixon, and he'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From midfield here, Dalton. Caught left side, Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Over here. Yes.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Denzel Perryman coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get this down only to the 18. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the 1st half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Shane Ray. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got room to run past the 20 and all the way up to the 21-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
5-0. Over here. Over here. Yes.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
5-0.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They come out here in the I.
2-by-2. Move.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a 1st down throw. Luck. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely we have. The 4th down run successful. 59. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A handoff to Mixon, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Mixon. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
There you go, 368.
Dalton here from the gun. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll run it here. They find some open field here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And they'll go on the ground. Into the secondary again. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. McManus now for the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
368!
Second down, Dalton. It's brought in by Adam Humphries.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is Mixon. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw on third down, Dalton. And Eifert has it. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
A nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once.
And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Luck. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down. On third down, that's Lindsey. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Wrong.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. They'll try the air now with Locke. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
On third down, that's Lindsey. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it to Locke. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
But it was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will extend their lead. So now here's Luck as his guys will go for 2 here. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Caught Hayford over the middle. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there for the Bengals. 41 yards. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Open man is Uzomah. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Mixon. Shouting defenders at the 15. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. To throw on 2nd down. Dalton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Off of play action. Luck throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
You got him! You got him!
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Luck gonna throw it. He's gonna walk one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Denver. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they take a knee. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Denver, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon.